It's Friday night. It's 7 p.m. That means it's time for the Paul and Nicky Show. The greatest show on earth. Yeah!
Yay! I am not Nicky New.
I'm not Paul and Nicky.
But this is the Paul and Nicky Show.
Welcome back.
Right, welcome back. I have my spanner of destiny with me today.
This, my frying pan as well.
So, anything could happen today.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to, Nicky?
Oh, just normal stuff really. Just work. Everybody work. all work and no play.
All work and enjoying the sun.
Yeah, we had a nice picnic, didn't we, on the Sunday?
Very nice picnic.
We had a lovely time, church picnic, so that was nice, wasn't it? Had a good time. I have to be careful, of course, stay in the shade a little bit because I'm very pale, otherwise I get terribly sunburnt. But yeah, it was good. You enjoyed it? Yeah.
I went to Western Supermare the other day.
Oh, you did? Yes, Sarah was saying you went to Western. Yeah, it is cool, isn't it? I do love Western.
And when we first went there, the tide was actually in, so we got to see the sea. It was nice for Western.
Yeah, nice. Wow, that's surprising, isn't it, for Western? That's not very often that happens.
Very surprising. Went on the pier as well, and on the little ghost train. You've been on the ghost train on the pier?
Yes, I do love the pier. That's that because you don't like big rides, do you? You like the baby ones. Wow. Yeah. You like the baby ones.
Ghost train is frightening enough for me. It was actually quite funny because I was on there with Archie. He was desperate to go on the ghost train. So we went on the ghost train and just kind of going around. It's all pretty lame.
Yeah. But
and then all of a sudden there's this one bit where they kind of blow air at you really fast.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
and they take a picture of you. And we both kind of jumped out of our skin on that one. That was good fun.
Have they still got that robotic arm thing that throws people out? You can sit in it. It's like
but it wasn't working because of COVID.
Ah, right.
So,
why because of COVID?
Because I think they'd have to clean it every time.
Oh.
Yeah, they'd have to clean it every time if people wanted to use it. So they didn't use that one, but they did have the other one, which kind of was like a circle and it spins and it kind of throws you left and right.
They'd have to clean all of those, though, wouldn't they?
I guess that one's easier.
A bit weird.
I guess the arm one is kind of hanging out over the edge of the. I don't know what you call that. The upstairs, the mezzanine floor,
like the
whatever.
main sort of second floor. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I like it there, and I like their tea rooms as well. They got a nice tea rooms down the bottom bit, isn't it? Right at the back. I don't know if you've ever been to that bit, but that's really
on the pier. Yeah.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? That bit. I really like that. Yeah, so Western's good. I know some people were like, oh, Western, but I think places like that have got character, personally.
Yeah, it's 45 minutes down the road as well.
Yeah, so it's good. They got a good chippers, and I love getting the seafood and that when they do the seafood stalls and stuff, and you get a nice mixture of all of the different whelks and mussels and octopus and all of that stuff, which you love, but...
Although I did have some cod when I was there.
Did you?
Yeah,
wow,
so
you're feeling all right. Mind you, that's quite bland, isn't it, to be fair?
Cod and chips.
That's quite, cod and chips.
It's nice though, isn't it? It was a nice day. It's like really warm as well. So I had fun, lots of fun.
Yeah.
Right, we're going over, I think, to our first section, which is...
Freaky Facts.
Freaky Facts.
Dedicated to Mr. Pete.
Mr. Pete and his freaky facts. Do you have a freaky fact for us?
Yes, I have a freaky fact. Okay, so one of my mum's ones. Hydrochloric acid in a human stomach can destroy metals.
Oh wow.
It's cool, isn't it?
So yeah, because it's horrible, isn't it? When you're sick and it comes up through your nose.
Yeah, so you could swallow some metal and your tummy totally destroy it.
It's one thing to claim these things, it's another thing to actually prove it.
Don't do this at home.
Maybe we should get Nicky to swallow a nail
Don't do this at home.
A nut and bolt. See what happens with that one.
I don't know, I tasted it, it'd be a little bit crunchy, but...
Apparently nuts are good for you, so... Okay, did you know that pandas basically only eat bamboo, which happens to be very, very, very hard to digest, which means that the average panda has to eat 30 pounds of bamboo each and every day just to get enough nutrients.
Ooh, that's a lot, isn't it?
And they poop out 4/5 of what they eat.
Lovely.
And, so I think they should just not be so fussy about what they eat.
Pants, yeah.
Actually, like McDonald's or something, get some fast food in them.
Fast food.
That's quite a lot though, isn't it?
That is
30
a lot.
pounds of food a day.
That is a lot. What is that,
Bamboo.
like 3 stone worth or something like that, possibly?
14 pounds to a stone, is that right? 14
So I
pounds to a
thought it
stone?
was 16 pounds. I don't know, it's one or the other, isn't it?
Yeah, you're close to
So it's about nigh on,
2.5 to 3 stone of
yeah,
bamboo
2.5
a day.
to 3 stone, yeah. Nigh on, yeah.
It's not like the most appetising.
That's-
They kind of rip it, don't they? And
Yeah.
chewing it.
I suppose that's what they're used to, isn't it? So
That's why they're constantly eating. It's because they have to take that
just-
much in just to survive.
Just to do, I might get a bit bored of that after a while, wouldn't you? Just chomping away and that. They must have very strong jaw muscles. But yeah. I don't want them to chomp down on your hand or anything. Yeah. Right, okay. So my next freaky fact. This is a Dan's freaky fact. Thank you, Dan. 14 new species of dancing frogs were discovered in 2014, raising the global number of known dancing frog species to 24.
What's a dancing frog?
Dancing frogs. Well, they just like to dance around. You remember that frog, that green frog that was... That's what they do. They just do that all day. Yeah.
Hi.
Not in this country because I haven't seen any here, but maybe somewhere like Australia or something.
Well, I never. Dancing frogs.
Dancing frogs.
Okay, did you know that the first McDonald's drive-thru, as we were speaking about fast food, was installed in a restaurant based in Sierra Vista, Arizona, because military personnel were not allowed to walk into a fast food restaurant wearing their military gear. They would have to change first before going in.
Why?
They got a little bit fed up with this, and McDonald's thought,
that's
well, let's
nice.
cut a hole in the wall and serve them in their cars. So that's what
cool.
McDonald's started to
That's
do,
very
and
keen.
that's how the very first McDonald's drive-thru
That's cool.
came into being. It's because of the military, folks.
Thank you.
So thank you to the military.
They're
Let's
always
salute
doing
them,
a good
Nikki.
job anyway. They're
We
always doing a
salute
good
you
job.
for fast food.
What did I say?
Holes
Why
in the
were
wall.
they not allowed to go in there with their uniform? That's silly.
The military rules forbade soldiers from wearing military uniforms in public.
Oh.
If they went into public, they had to change into civilian clothes, apparently.
Maybe I suppose because if they were like recognised or something, it could be dangerous for like security reasons, I suppose, wouldn't it? That kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Like nobody ever knows like who the SAS are or anything like that, do they? Because obviously they're always in disguise.
They don't, Nikki.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I know you well enough, like, you know.
Super army soldiers. They wouldn't lie to me. I'm one of their own.
Anyway, moving on. Okay, do you want another one?
Yes, please.
Okay. I've got 2 more here, but I think this one's quite cool. The human body literally glows, emitting a visible light in extremely small quantities. Have we shared this before? Because when I was reading it, I can't remember, but I thought it's quite nice. At levels that rise and fall with the day, scientists reveal. Past research has shown that the body emits visible light 1,000 times less intense than the levels to which our naked eyes are sensitive. That's right. The human body actually emits visible light and can be photographed by an ultra-sensitive camera in complete darkness, disrupting the subject's sleep patterns, disrupted the rhythm of the glow. That's interesting. Leading researchers to conclude that the pattern is caused by the body's internal clock.
Wow. So basically last night, because I didn't get much sleep because of all the heat.
Yes.
I'm not glowing as
So
much
you're not going to
today.
be glowing. That's right. No, yeah.
Isn't it weird though? Because they talk about like pregnant women having a certain
Yes,
glow
a
about
glow to them. Yeah.
And also,
right.
like when you see a dead body in a movie, I don't want to go too grim. It's kind of somebody is alive that's pretending to be dead, right? But when you actually see a real dead body, there is something about them that's kind of missing, and I wonder if it is that kind of glow. But it says
Yeah.
it's not perceivable to the eye.
That's what exactly. So actually, yes, that's
I think
interesting.
it must be to us because you can always tell when somebody's like ill, not
Yeah,
well,
like
or
because the
they're
skin
dead, or-
colour's
'cause,
just bad,
there's
isn't it?
something
And it's just not looking good at all. And it
there's
looks
something
quite
they're
dull.
not
and,
giving off. Yeah.
Yeah. No, definitely. I think so. So, yeah, but that's quite interesting. And because obviously God says we were made in his image and God is light.
Yep.
So that's quite interesting, isn't it, really? But there you go.
And also we have that thing in the Bible where Moses glowed and Jesus glowed. So
that's right.
maybe there is an intensification of this glow.
Yeah. And I
when God fills you.
wonder, that's just thinking that, I wonder how that will be then in like our new bodies. If like how different it will be, because obviously we know it's not this body.
You have to wear sunglasses to look at me, you will, won't you?
What about me then? What are you trying to say? Well,
your pale skin, I have to wear sunglasses already.
I'm proud of my English rose skin. Thank you very much. Don't mind.
You reflect so much light
Anyway,
at school, your nickname was the mirror.
You're only going to be offending your sister at the same time because she has the same skin tone as me.
It is what it is.
So,
okay, did you know, you ever heard of a guy called Alfred Hitchcock? I'm sure you have.
Yes.
So he was the master of suspense and thriller films like The Birds and Psycho and all of these films. Did you know what he was scared of personally?
Probably something really pathetic. I don't know, tomatoes or something stupid.
Oh, you're very close. He was an overphobe.
And what's an overphobe? Like toilet roll or something?
No, he was scared of eggs.
Eggs? Oh, really?
Yeah, this is what he says. Listen to this.
Weird. Yeah,
he confessed this in a 1963 interview. He said, "I'm frightened of eggs. Worse than frightened, they revolt me. That white round thing without any holes. And when you break it, inside there's that yellow thing, round, without any holes. Blood is jolly red, but egg yolk is yellow, revolting. I've never tasted it."
Oh, I love eggs. I think eggs are lush. Yeah, I really like eggs.
He keeps on about it's like it doesn't have a hole in it. It's kind of weird to him. So
that's just. I don't mean to be disrespectful or anything, but I find it hard to get my head round when you hear people of having phobias of things like that, and like tomatoes or toilet roll. I've heard before.
That's just laziness,
come on, that's just gross. Yeah, come on. I can understand like things like spiders and snakes and whatever. You can understand that because it's a living, moving thing and whatever.
But I wonder if they've had
I don't really
a trauma when they're young that they had that object when the trauma happened.
Yeah, maybe if someone like tomatoed them or something, threw a load of tomatoes at them or something. I don't know.
So I have a friend. I can't remember what the bar is now, but he was eating a chocolate bar at the same time that he got hit by a car. And now he cannot eat. I think it was a Turkish delight.
Kind of fair enough.
And when he got hit by a car eating this Turkish delight, whenever he sees a Turkish delight now, it makes him feel like he wants to vomit because of that trauma attached to it.
Maybe then.
But I don't think people are necessarily born with the phobia of eggs. Would they? I don't know.
No, I mean you just sort of.
Let us know, guys.
Yeah,
are people born with phobias of eggs?
No.
Do you have a phobia?
I mean,
toilet rolls?
I don't like touching paper. I'm a bit weird about paper.
You really don't.
I'm joking. No, I mean, I used to be funny with spiders, but I think I feel better with that these days because I mean, I love my nature and wildlife, so I'm okay these days with spiders. But I don't know really. Like I'm quite good with small spaces and stuff. I'm not weird like that. I don't actually say that. You're a bit funny with small.
I don't.
Yeah. Weird.
See, I had kind of two phobias. One was wasps, but I was cured of wasps.
Yeah, when Sarah chucked you in the room.
Locked me in the room, and I had to deal with like literally hundreds of them. So there's a wasp's nest in the ceiling.
You did help him.
And after that, I'm not no fear of them at all. Actually, not that I was massively frightened of them, but they. You know, you see them in the room. You
had to confront it, and I
confronted my fear
exactly. And I think
the other fear was a little bit of claustrophobia. I didn't like lifts.
Oh yeah.
So
we went on a lift the other day.
You
had no choice, did you?
No choice.
I did a Sarah on him. I was like,
I can do lifts, but I've been stuck in the lift. And being stuck in the lift is horrible. You're kind of waiting for something to happen. You don't know who's going to come, how long it's going to take, that sort of thing. So I'm not a massive fan of lifts, and I'll always take the escalators or I'll take the stairs rather than going in the lift. But if I have to do a lift, you see, I'm brave enough.
Yeah, I think there's always something, isn't there? I mean, I don't mind heights as long as I know I'm safe, but I don't think I particularly enjoy it if I was like dangling from.
I'm the sort of person to kind of pushing. Hopefully, grab the last bit. Hopefully, the grab comes at the right time.
Yeah, well, yeah, that wouldn't be good.
Caught you.
I I think a lot of people I know are funny with heights. So I think that's quite a common one, because obviously it's a dangerous situation. If you're not safe and you're up high, then that's dangerous, isn't it? And you could fall or whatever. But no, I suppose it's unfair to kind of downplay, if that's the right word, like some people's fears. Because like you said, I suppose it just depends what's been attached to that in the past. We don't know the trauma of it.
Would you do a bungee jump?
Probably not. And I don't think it's because I'd be scared, but my issue was it's not I have an issue with, I don't really trust a lot of things. Yeah. So it's not that I'd be scared, I just wouldn't trust
trusting
it.
the rope,
I
trusting the attachment, trusting the person who's pushing you off.
That's my issue. I have big trust issues. I don't trust a lot of people, you know.
Okay, so I think Alfred Hitchcock, well, he's dead now, isn't he, I think? But he should have done, instead of doing a film called Birds, he should have done a film called Eggs.
Eggs, yeah.
Ovophobia.
Because that would have been really freaky to it, wouldn't it?
These eggs just keep peering everywhere and stuff. Anyway, we need to move on to
the Games of Insanity.
Games of Insanity.
Yeah.
This week it's Nicky's turn.
This week you've got to answer some questions.
Cool.
Cool. Mega hard one.
Mega hard.
No, I'm going to pick this up because you'll look at the answers. I know what you're like. There we go. See, I don't trust anyone. You've got to be like DTA. Don't trust anyone.
It is what it is.
Right, okay. So first question is, and there are 7 questions. And by the way, at the end of it, if you get 4 out of 5...
Yeah, out of 5.
Oh, no, sorry. No, that's not what I meant. I meant if you get... It's because I had an answer there to something.
There's Oxdor's education coming into play right there, look.
If you get 4 out of 7, that's what I meant to say, okay, you get to have a little fudge bar. I'll buy you a little... Or a chomp bar, because they're only about 20p.
Yeah.
So I'm quite happy to spend 20p
I'm happy with that.
I'm quite generous.
Well... Yeah.
Fudge and chomp are nice. Which one would you rather have?
It doesn't matter because these questions are going to be so hard just because you're so tight you won't even spend 20p. You've made these like IQ 170 questions just so you haven't got to put your hand in your pocket.
Here we are then, right? Spend that 20p.
You're not having it past the Paul.
20p, I'm holding on to it. Okay. First question is... Okay. Sneezes regularly exceed something miles per hour. A, 56 miles per hour. B, 80 miles per hour. C, 100 miles per hour. A, B, C. A, B, C.
I'm going to go for 100 miles per hour. That chomp bar is feverishly closer.
Okay. Right, okay, number 2. There are approximately, question mark, miles of blood vessels in the human body. Oh. A, 59,650 miles. B, 61,476 miles. C, 58,500 miles.
I'm going to go for B, 61,000.
59,650, which was A. So you've got
Should have known that. What's wrong with me?
I know. How did you not know? You've got 1 right so far. Okay.
I want to just do the little bit of a theme tune of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire because it feels like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Yeah.
Got it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Number 3. 1 in every question mark babies is born with a tooth.
Oh, weird.
1 in every so many babies.
Can I go 50-50 on this one?
No, you can't. Sorry, I'm not.
Chris Tarrant would let me.
Chris. No, because I'm not Chris Tarrant. I'm Jeremy Clarkson, so I'm a bit tougher. Sorry. So yeah, A is 3,000. B is 2,000.
Yeah.
C is 1,000.
Ooh.
A.
Born
B,
with a tooth, or actually out, visible.
1 in every question mark babies is born with a tooth.
I reckon it's probably... Oh, I don't know. This is hard. 2,000.
B, 2,
2,000.
C, 1.
2,000.
You sure?
No, I'm not sure. 2,000.
You don't want to change your mind?
Don't want to change my mind.
Have you got that right? Oh,
Yes! 2 out of 3 so far.
2. Okay, so 2.
Come to me, fudgy bar.
No. Darn it. Okay, number 4 is the human heart creates enough pressure to squirt blood something feet in the air.
Ooh, wow, okay. Into the air.
A, 30 feet. B, 40 feet. C, 20 feet.
20 feet. No, that's right.
No, it's not. It's 30.
No, it's right. No. I was talking about somebody with really low blood pressure. People get that symptoms.
Well, we're not on about that. We're not on about blood pressure. We didn't say that. That wasn't the question. So, how many have you got right? So that's 2 so far.
2 out of 4.
2 out of 4. Right, okay. Number 5. Your nose can remember ... different scents, and women are better smellers than men. So your nose can remember so many different scents.
You definitely do smell more
Women
than me.
are better smellers than men. I kind of think that, to be honest, because I think your sense of smell's not brilliant, really.
Not really. I definitely think that you smell more than me. Would you agree with that?
I would agree with that. Yeah, I wouldn't say I specifically smell, but I can smell more. Yeah.
Definitely.
Generally
smell more
coming
than
from
me.
this direction. Right. So A, 44,000.
Okay.
B, 60,000. C, 50,000.
44,000.
50,000. Your nose can remember 50,000 different scents, and women are better smellers than men.
Exactly 50,000. Don't think so.
I don't think so. Ooh, so how many you got right? 2.
2.
Yay! And you got 2 questions.
Fudge
Yay!
bar is disappearing into the
You got
distance.
2 more left.
Bye-bye, Fudgy.
There is enough, so this is number 6. There is enough nicotine in ... so many cigarettes. It's a bit depressing, but in a way this is educational, so it's good. To kill an average adult if ingested whole. So there's enough nicotine in A, 6 or 7 cigarettes, B, 8 or 9 cigarettes, C, 4 or 5 cigarettes.
Ooh.
To kill an average adult if ingested whole. Still
4 or 5.
PP, yes, well done. That's 3. Oh, that means you have to get this one. That means you have to get this one if you
Come on, Mr.
want your
Spanner.
chomp bar.
Help me. I want that
Your
fudgy
fudge
chompy bar. If I get this right, I want both. I want the fudge bar and a chomp. 40
No,
pence.
it was one or the other.
40
I already
pence.
said it's one. You've already made your mind up it's fudge, so. Okay. Your body has enough iron in it to make a nail so many inches long. Is it A, 5 inches long, B, 3 inches long, C, 4 inches long?
3 inches.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Naughty! Actually, you just did it. Naughty.
Did I win?
You did.
Yay, Mr. Spanner, help me!
Where's Mr. Spoony anyway? You say Mr. Spanner, he hasn't even got a face.
How dare you?
You haven't even
He's
got a face on him. Where is
He's
his
got little
face?
eyes just there. You can
No,
just,
he hasn't. You need to put a face
little
on there,
eyes,
poor
just
Mr.
so
Spanner. He
small.
wants a face and he doesn't
So
have
cute,
one.
so small. Well, I won the Games of Insanity, folks. Was not
You won your fudge bar, a whole 20p's
expecting
worth
that.
of a fudge bar.
Fudge bar or a chomp. Looking forward to lunchtime today then. Let's move on to joke of the week. And I felt this week, you know, we've been doing the accent, we've been doing the cross-eyed, but we haven't done Shakespeare yet.
Oh, right.
We haven't been overly dramatic
in
in the way that we presented our jokes. And I think maybe our
You better
audience,
go first.
they want a bit of Shakespeare.
You better go first.
I'll go first.
Because you're the dramatic one out of us two, so you're the drama queen.
Right. Okay, here we go then. Shakespearean. Hello, Ducky. The teeth, the lips, the tip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips, the tip of the tongue. Right.
What is that? That is off Adam Sandler film. I love that little girl on the...
Okay. Sure, I drink brake fluid, but I can stop at anytime. Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him.
Okay. What did the paper say to the pencil? Right on. Were you actually laughing then, or was that like totally fake?
I'm laughing at my own joke.
Yeah, you are. You're laughing at your own joke. Oh.
Somebody stole my lamp the other day. I couldn't be more delighted. Got it.
What do you call cheese that's not yours? Nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese. We're going more operatic than we are Shakespeare.
Yeah, I think I like operatic.
I bought a boat the other day because it was for sale.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay. Why don't ants ever get sick?
Easy, Mary Poppins.
Because they have little antibodies.
Hey! Spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. The medicine go down. The medicine
I think I'm better at the operatic
I think you'd be very good, Mary Poppins.
I
think you'd be very good. They should have. You've seen the recent one with Emily Blunt.
It
was good.
Yeah,
I think Nikki could have done a better job as
you
Mary
reckon?
Poppins. Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, I got one more. You got any more?
Okay. I've got one more if you want to
Okay,
do one
what-
more.
what-
You do one, yeah.
Okay. What do you call a man with no arms and no legs squashed into a mailbox? Bill.
Okay. What do you call a pile of kittens? A meow-tin.
United. Nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice. I think I could do the Ali G accent. No, not Ali G. Borat one. I could do that one. We should do that next week. The Borat accent. We should. That's for next week. That'd be cool.
Chinquy.
Yeah, Chinquy.
Okay.
I like you. Do you like me?
Nice. Okay, we are going over to
Holy Ghost gossip.
Holy Ghost gossip. And
Okay.
this week I've got a topic. You got a topic?
I've got one, but you carry on.
What was your topic?
My one is a lot of people suffer from fears and anxieties these days. Does PP have some top tips, that's Pastor Paul by the way, on how to overcome fear and anxiety regarding a Christian sharing their faith and the gospel message with a tough crowd?
Like anxiety in sharing your faith?
Some people have that, as you know, some people suffer with that and find it hard, especially if it's, like I say, a tough crowd.
I think we all suffer with a little bit of fear and anxiety and kind of worrying what people will think of us. And I always say this to the church congregation: start where you're at, start small. Start with just leaving a gospel tract somewhere. Just buy some gospel tracts online. Just leave it on a counter, give it to a waitress with a tip at the end of the meal, and just start small. Because, you know, yes, there are people in this world like Billy Graham who can stand in front of 20,000 people and preach the gospel, and he was an amazing preacher. But we're not all shaped like that. We're not all built like that. So just leaving a gospel tract, so many people, in fact, get saved through gospel tracts. And if I think back to the story, the person who preached the gospel to Billy Graham, I think he was saved by a gospel tract.
Right.
So you think one gospel tract saved the man who led Billy Graham to Christ, and Billy Graham led millions of people to Christ. So one gospel tract can have that knock-on effect of literally leading millions of people to Jesus.
I wonder what the statistics are for the percentage of people. It'd be interesting, wouldn't it, to know percentage of people that actually have been really saved from reading a gospel tract. It'd be interesting to know, wouldn't it? Because, you know.
Absolutely. And I think one of the primary ways throughout history that people have been saved is through the Bible. Through somebody being given a Bible and reading it for themselves.
Like the Gideons.
Yeah, Gideons are amazing. I think they've changed their name now to something else, haven't they?
Have they?
But there's been lots of kind of prison ministries where convicts have gone to jail and they've had nothing else to do, so they just started to
right.
read a Bible and they got saved. And so I think, start where you're at, maybe go out and buy a few little Bibles and just hand them out to people and encourage them to read them.
Yeah.
And as you kind of progress with that, then kind of learn, best place to go is to go onto kind of Ray Comfort's site, which is wayofthemaster.com, and learn how to share your faith effectively, one-on-one, maybe with your family or a friend. As you develop in confidence, build up to larger crowds. Remember, these things often take time, and sometimes it can take many months or even years to get yourself to that place where you are standing in front of a crowd of people sharing your faith. But the key is to get started today and don't quit. Keep moving forward, keep doing something, and you will grow and develop confidence and strength.
I say as well, just keep quite natural with it. Because it's like, I mean, myself, when I love talking to people about God when I'm cutting their hair. And, I can have some brilliant conversations, but I find it's much better when I'm just quite, how do I say, natural. Just be yourself. Don't try and think that you've got to suddenly change into this different person to try to put on a specific attitude or way to try to present this to them. Just naturally talk to them like you naturally talk to them about nature and wildlife, naturally talk to them about films or whatever it is, and just obviously share the gospel message. And I find, when I do that and I just chat to people and I tell them about my testimony as well, how I came to Christ and what a difference God's made in my life, that is what engages people. They want to know, they want to hear about the difference in your life, as well as, of course, hearing the gospel. They want to hear the whole package, because they need to sort of see it in that person, the difference.
They certainly do. And your testimony is so valuable because nobody can argue about what you've experienced. So always use your testimony, like Nicky said, and always ask them questions, i.e. what do you think about God?
Yes, definitely.
Why do you think that? What do you think about Jesus? Why do you think that about him? What books have you read about it? Ask them questions and then share the gospel that way too. That's also highly effective. Okay, we're now going over to...
Oh boy, it's time for the Pie Face Challenge!
the Pie Face Challenge!
And apparently Paul's already told me this is something that is to his advantage once again, which is something he's actually really good at. So I'm like, thanks very much.
We are going to be going over to the arcade console.
Oh no.
And we're going to be
Just bash all
having
the buttons hard.
a round
Oh, really?
of Street
Oh,
Fighter
not
2.
Street Fighter. It should be Mortal Kombat. I'm really good at Mortal Kombat. It's like not Street Fighter.
Maybe Mortal Kombat next week. But this week... HaDoken!
This is something he does all the time. So it's just ridiculous. I don't even...
You're going to be Chun-Li. I'm going to be
This is something he
Ryu.
does all the time.
It's literally not.
Really
I
irritating. And he
never
used to do this
play
at
on
the
this.
youth club. He used
did
to
at the
actually
youth
do it at the youth club, to be fair. He'd say, whoever can beat me gets this. And I can't remember what
But
it was
just
now.
imagine
But they
if
wouldn't
today-
beat him because he's playing it all the time. So it's extremely one-sided.
But just imagine if you did beat me. Imagine the feeling
seriously
of
hope so.
euphoria
I'm
you would
just-
feel to beat Paul
I
at his
hope
own
you
game.
kind of want your buttons to still work, because I probably will press them quite hardly.
Okay, we're going over to Street Fighter HaDoken! Oh no, it's chosen my characters. Fei Long. I won't be Fei Long.
You look a bit like him. You look a bit miserable.
Okay, so Nicky is Chun-Li, I'm Fei Long. I actually wanted to be Ryu, but it chose a character whilst I was plugging it in. Ah! No! No! No!
Yay!
Right, that is not happening again. This is not right.
Yay! What's that do?
Oh, it's one apiece. It's one apiece. Can Nicky do it? Can she pull it off?
Oh,
Okay. Take your time, Paul. Take your time. Take your time. Oh, don't do that. Oh, 3 good hits by Paul. Oh, a few good hits by Nicky. Equal health bar at the moment. Oh, God, I won't get her. Oh, God. Oh! Nicky's winning. Oh, it's close. One more hit by Paul and Nick is finished, I think. Oh, who's going to get this? I think I've done it. Yes! Oh, it's a clear victory by Paul.
That's so free! Oh, I don't believe it!
You must learn to block, or my speed will always overcome you.
Oh, so frustrating!
See you next week, guys. Bye!
Thank you so much for tuning in to today's show. We hope you liked it. Now, what would be really nice is if you would subscribe to our channel and told all your friends about us, as this would advertise our show for free. And it would be really nice if you could do that for me. The Paul and Nicky Show, the greatest show on earth. Woohoo!